Folks, we just released an update to Artillery's AWS Lambda support. One new feature that I'm really excited about is built-in cost estimation. Every time you run a load test, Artillery will tell you how much it costs in AWS Lambda fees. You'll be able to see how cheap those tests are, even when you run load tests at scale. I'm going to quickly show you what it looks like to run a completely serverless load test on AWS Lambda with Artillery. Here we have a test script. I wrote and tested this locally to make sure that it was all working. And once I'm happy that everything works, I scale it out by running it on Lambda. This is what it looks like. I use the Artillery CLI. I'm creating 30 Lambdas to run this test. It will be distributed across them. And I'm running this test from US East 1. I don't need to worry about setting up or spinning down any infrastructure. Artillery takes care of everything for me. All I need to do is to provide an AWS account. The test does its thing here to set everything up, and then we start making requests and we start getting reports back. So as we can see here, we ramp up pretty quickly to 100,000 requests per second. Then we go up to 107, 115, 119, we hit 120, and we stay at that level of load for about 10 minutes. So we end up at the end of this sending 64 million requests in just under 12 minutes here. And it costs us $1.23 for the entire test run. This here is the new cost reporting feature. I don't know where you're tuning in from. I'm in Ireland, and you can't even buy a cup of coffee for this much anymore. If you ever had to run load tests at scale, then you will know that costs can add up really, really quickly. And as developers, we get the value of load tests. We want to run more load tests because they help us optimize our systems and make sure that everything scales. But because it's so expensive, we end up not testing as frequently as we would like to. And that's exactly why we built Artillery. You can try it for yourself. You can find this script and the exact command that I ran for this video in the blog post. You don't need to change anything. You can just run it. The test is sending requests to one of our own testing APIs, so you don't need to worry about DDoSing anyone. So give it a go. If you haven't used Artillery before, check us out on GitHub, give us a star, and we'd love any feedback on our discussion board. And finally, stay tuned for more. We are building the next evolution of load testing with Artillery, and we have a lot more stuff in the pipeline.